But something which, one of the highlights I would point out was yesterday. I don't know whether Dr. Kim mentioned it in the passing, but it's something that really struck. It was kind of just explaining the biblical community development. What is that? And when you say, this is the way I understood it, we are here to develop communities biblically. But also, it could mean we are here to develop biblical communities. I really took that. And it's one of those things I'm looking forward to. From the first time when I've just become a believer and gotten to know the Bible, and by the grace of God got into teachings which explained about the value of the Word of God, something that came to my heart that there is nothing that can exist, and it's contrary to the principles of this book. The only thing that can work in this world, that can bring solution to the issues we are dealing with in the world, are only principles that are based in this book. So when I had biblical community development, I was like, yeah, that's what we need to develop our communities biblically. But it's this whole aspect as well of extending biblical communities wherever we are. It's a great component, which is one of those things, like everyone has testified, we've experienced here, not just through the teachings, but practically. That familyness which we've seen by being here, working together with the staff here, and then as the students, it's been great. At Biblical Community, I believe, like everyone has said, it's going to be something like this, all colors. It's only Europe, which I've not had represented here. But at least every continent, to a great extent, has been represented. It's been beautiful. So there are many things we've learned, which I've learned personally. I was telling my wife to look forward to my return, because I'm going to teach her lots of things, making cheese. She loves cooking a lot. So I was promising her we are going to make cheese, we are going to make yogurt, we are going to make soap, no more buying soap. At least we need to have soap which is produced.
To learn everything as much as I could. And I could say right now, and in spite of the headache, I am not going empty-headed. At least gotten some very key principles. Simple principles, you know, the principle of separation and grouping. You know, sounds simple, but it's a whole thing about managing the air, the water, and the land. It is something simple, but very deep. Separation and grouping. And I can see that almost in every aspect of my life as a principle that I can use. My people are burning a lot of forests for money, quick money. I thank God for the skills that I'm taking with. I wish I could have had more of the stoves, because I think I want to see more stoves, but at least I have good idea that I am going to be sharing on the radio programs that I conduct in my country. To teach. Finally, I want to say thank you for being a community. I grew up as an orphan. My parents separated when I was a small kid. So I had, as I was growing up, everywhere I go, I'm very sensitive. I want to have a community, and this has been one. Now, when you are a bit different in age and in color, you start wondering whether people will accept you. But you know, everybody did accept me, and it did go very well, and I got some wonderful sons.
As far as IBCD as a whole, it reminds me of the church in Acts, the first church, and how, as I look there, I see the reason why they were bold enough to do that is because they knew the community behind them was going to take care of them. If anything bad happened, the community was going to take care of them. And that's why they were bold enough to speak and to live out their faith. And I see that same type of community here. And that's pretty neat. It's rare. And if something were to happen to one of y'all, the community would take care of you. So that gives me peace of mind. It also, you know, it's also good news financially. that means we can all save some money by canceling our life insurance policies. But anyway, the community, it's been great, and I've enjoyed my time here, and that's all I've got. Thank you.